stream today and I didn't, so I'm going live now on the old. I'm driving. I want to drive. I'm gonna drive. I don't know where I'm gonna go. I don't know where the fuck I am. I think I'm here. Now the question is, I don't think I want to go back to London. I don't want this to be too long. I could go deeper in Turkey. I could go in Bosnia and yeah, I could go there. Herzegovina. Yeah. Sure. But yeah. Yeah, I was supposed to like... It's so loud. No, yeah. Oh, I'd do a quick job. Can I cancel it?
Bro, it's nearly 3 a.m. What the hell are you doing up?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not tired. I think that's why. Do I want to go to Slovenia? I guess I can.
Re-off wilted flower.
Oh bah écoute. Non mais je dois me coucher normalement, mais... Mais ouais. Pas d'excuse. Like I'm just barely gonna be speaking, I'm mainly gonna be driving. Yeah. I bet it's what the people want. Me driving for like 2 to 3 hours. Is the music loud? I don't know. I hope it's not. Ow.
Time to get the job done.
Oh, perfect.
Turn right.
Oh, shit, okay. No, we're good, we're good. Didn't crash. We're good.
Turn left. Go straight on.
Ah. Guys, I did it. I uploaded a video. It's privated. But it's about to be on YouTube Wednesday. The goal is to have best of my streams. At least the main channel stream, not always the second channel, but mainly the main channel vids. Like the main channel streams have it in a best of. And so I did that yesterday. I stayed up really late until like 5 a.m. Editing just to have the best of. So it's up now. I mean, it's not up. It's edited. Everything is on YouTube. It's coming out Wednesday when I go live. Because the goal is I go live, the video goes up, and then people who watch on YouTube because I'm gonna be live for 4 hours.
Keep left.
Hopefully, some people are gonna come from YouTube, see that I'm gonna be at that old Twitch best of, like Twitch live stream best of, and then go like, oh, maybe let's see if they're live, and then they'll see I'll be live, and they're like, oh, they're live.
Then
Let's watch them.
turn right.
That's sort of the plan. Dude, you freaking go. So yeah. I spent way too long, like, I spent a good 4 hours yesterday just editing. I was in a VC with friends. And I'm not gonna lie, I was like deafened for like the first hour or two. Just because I was editing and I could not have any distraction because I was just cutting up parts. And it was like, the Discord VC was way too loud. And I was like, I can't do that. I can't have any music because I feel like if I'm locked in on listening to what people are saying and like I actually listen to it over and over again, I don't want music cutting up that and be like, ah, fuck. It's different in a VC because I feel like I'm mainly paying attention to what people are saying in a VC. But when I feel like it's different when I'm editing. I don't know why, but it feels different. Also, I was editing, and when I was editing, the people I was in BC with were also speaking in the video, so I did have to like definitely mute at some point to listen to what they were saying in the video. What the fuck just happened here? But yeah, and in the end, I just like didn't deafen. I deafen a bit, but at the end, I tuned down the music, the VC. So like, I think I put the Discord audio at like 30%. So I was still in VC listening to what people were saying. And at the same time, I was just fully locked in editing the video.
At the roundabout, take the
And yeah, it is shit because it's me editing something and I'm bad at editing, so it is shit. Not gonna lie.
at the roundabout.
But it's mainly like sort of funny moments that happen during my streams. Or like cool moments that happened.
Exit now. Keep right, and then turn right.
But I'm not good at editing, so don't expect anything awesome.
Turn right.
I think my favorite part of the whole video is just the intro. I'm not gonna lie. But it was for like 5 AM and I couldn't be bothered to just have some like to just redo everything. So I was like, fuck it, and I just put it on like I just put it to render. So yeah, you're gonna get a new videos at some point. I go right here, so I can discover this road. Yeah.
Never mind. I'll find a new route. Turn left. Turn right.
Also, I did like 2 different thumbnail and 2 different titles. So you'll see which one YouTube A/B testing will show you. But it's like a combination of 2 different YouTube thumbnail, or like it's like thumbnail 1, title 1, thumbnail 2, thumbnail 2, title 1, and it's thumbnail 1, title 2. I think that's because you can only do up to 3 different thumbnails and titles.
Then exit right.
So that's what I did.
Exit right.
I just kind of want to see how it goes. But yeah, we'll see.
Keep left.
Also, I won't be live tomorrow. I know I said I would be like live late tomorrow, but I won't be live at all actually, because I was supposed to be. So I'm usually live at like 3 p.m. But I've got an appointment for something important at 3 p.m. tomorrow, so I can't be live at 3 p.m. So I was like, alright, I'll just stream at night, like 9 p.m. like I used to do. And then I wanted to do that, and then one of my friends in a friend group was like, yo, anyone want to hang out and play games and stuff tomorrow night? And I was like, yeah, sure. So I agreed. And then I checked out my stream schedule, and I realized that I was supposed to go live tomorrow night. And so I don't want to be a dickhead and say no to my friend who said to whom I agreed to play with. And so I won't be live tomorrow. I'll be live Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. 3 p.m. and I'll be playing Minecraft: The Survival World. Hopefully I don't spend 4 hours getting elytras because it sucks. I'd like to not spend 4 hours doing that. The week after the day after, so on Thursday, I'll probably be playing Trackmania. Like, we're gonna be doing some of the maps and stuff again, like I did last week, with getting all the trunk of the days, the past 7 days, and then we're gonna do the weekly short and the weekly long, like weekly whatever they're called, so weekly grand, sorry. And then we're gonna do a bit of Kaiki Div 3 hunting, and then if I got time I'll play on the Origins SMP. I played a bit, and by a bit I mean I'm full diamond. What the fuck happened? There's a car flying in the back. Oh shit, I thought I got no damage on. I guess I don't. But yeah. We'll see. I also realized there's some points in my streams when I'm like really locked into something and I don't realize it. And like there were full parts of VODs where I would just not speak. Like there was a full, I think 5 to 10 minutes where I was locked in on something and I didn't speak at all. Which is bad. I should be speaking to, like, you know, people kind of want to see me mainly before what I'm doing, so it makes sense that they'd be like, they won't be watching if I'm not speaking. So I'm gonna try to also work on the fact that I need to speak when I'm live, which is not something I often do because I sometimes do run out of stuff to talk about. Interestingly, I know, this is crazy. I already sort of struggle just in real life talking about stuff because I feel like it's either I feel like a nerd talking about it or I shouldn't, like, I don't know, it's weird. That's just a work on myself to do, which is just to talk to people and talk about me and myself, which is not something I often do because I don't like imposing myself on something. I don't like when people sometimes do ask me about me and my life and what I do. And so then I do, like, answer them and tell them what I do. Right? Because they do ask for it, so I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, I'll talk about it. But I don't like by myself just to talk about stuff. I don't like it. It feels weird to me. Not that someone would be interested in what I'm saying, but that people without asking would be interested in what I'm doing. Because I feel like what I'm doing is boring, and there is no world in which it is interesting to know what I am up to. Which I have been told by multiple people that it is not true. And some people just like listening to other people without them without them prompting someone to talk about them. Which is fair. I just don't get that, because I feel like I'm just boring. You know? Also, I run out of stuff. I've been doing this shit for a long time now. I've been doing this shit for almost be careful what I'm saying, because I will probably get banned if I say something wrong here. I'll say I've been doing this for 5 years, wink. Maybe more, maybe less. It's up to you to find out. And I would get that people would come to my Twitch streams to listen to me speak. And I feel like I'm in therapy right now and I'm just talking about me. Well, I get Twitch streams are different because that's like, it's my way for me to genuinely talk about something that I care. Because I feel like it's my streams, you're listening to me. It sort of makes sense to me. Like, if you're here, you're most likely just wanting to hear what I have to say about stuff. You know what I mean? If you're on this stream listening to me, or if you're on one of my streams listening to me, I feel like mainly if there's no theme to a stream, like when I'm gonna do the Full Wars admin stream, or when I'm gonna be doing the streamers for dream I haven't been announced about, I'll say I don't care. Or I've been the streamers for dreamers stuff that I've been invited to. Those make more sense. I don't always talk about myself because it's like those are big events. There's probably gonna be people trying to like look up for POVs or stuff like that, and they're gonna be wondering, oh, let's see what this person is doing. Let's see what they're up to, which makes sense. I don't always talk about myself, and I mean I probably won't be because I'm gonna be with people. There's gonna be like I think there's like 100 of us or 200 of us. So there's going to be a lot of people. And I feel like I will mainly just talk about, like, I will just talk to people in general. Right? Because I've been asked to join. Let me get, oh shit. No, go back in. I've been asked to join. Let me read to you what I've been said. And what I said. So I was asked, hey, we don't need to, I'm not gonna say who it is because I don't know if you want to stay secret or not, but they said, I wanted to invite you to a capture the flag event on August 16th at 1 p.m. music for charity. He's the vice chairman for Dreamers Project, which has over $10,000 for different causes. We wanted to raise money for awareness. Whichever that track is going left, okay. For awareness and sexual violence victims. Kenny recommended you and wanted to extend the invitation. Please let me know if you have any questions. Love Strength SMP, Life SMP, and State SMP creators are participating. Now I know very little Strength SMP. I don't know anything about Strength SMP. I'm gonna be honest. I have no idea who any of them are. So saying to me Strength SMP doesn't mean anything because I have no idea who they are. Now LifeShield SMP is already way more famous, so I do know more about LifeShield SMP, but I have stopped watching LifeShield SMP after like season 3 or like season 2, which is when it was at Speak with like I should not remember. It was like still sort of like a niche, quote unquote niche thing where not everybody knew about it, but a lot of people did. Oh shit. Okay. So around that time, it was sort of started to look at it. I don't know if I've seen 2 or 3. What was one of the seasons, that's for sure. I think I sort of watched season 3, sort of watched season 2, but not really. So some stuff like that. And State SMP, I don't know what. I mean, I think I have an idea of what that is, but again, I feel like I know very little members. But out of all 3 groups that have been mentioned so far, the one that I really know about are state SMP, because I feel like I am friends with a few state SMP creators. I don't know who is in state SMP. I have no idea who they are. But I'm assuming Kanuki is a part of it because he plays in a lot of like like state. Something state is like those events that are like simulating 1,000 players or simulating something, right? It's like this thing of this group of people. It's creators that come from, so Saparata would be one of them. I guess Joe Unleash would be one of them. Who else? Karuki would be one of them. Ed Zander would be one of them. Lampia would be one of them, maybe. It's all those people. The House Panda would be one of them. Grey By the Way, yeah, would be one of them. It's that group of people, right? I can name a few more people from State SMP, even though I don't know what that is, than I can name people from Lifesteal SMP right now. Because I haven't watched Lifesteal SMP in 2 whole seasons. And don't start to ask me any question about Strength SMP. I have no idea what that is, and I have no idea what it is about. Because I'm assuming there's a gimmick behind it. About strength, because it's Lifesteal SMP is about people stealing lives from each other. Strength SMP would, I assume, be that the more people you kill, the more strength you have, or some shit like that. I have no idea what it is. So yeah, I was told that, and I'm like, and I said I am really bad at PvP and negotiations, which is true. So I'm going to join for a good cause. The only reason I want to join is mainly because it's for charity, and there's a lot of friends over there. I mean, a lot of friends. There are friends playing in this event. And there's people that I know in there, and I was like, they're a friend of mine. There's a while I haven't talked to them or interacted with them. Let's just talk, let's just chill and have a good time. So I was asked who I'd like to be in a team with. I don't think I know a lot of people. I think maybe, I don't know who it was. There's like 4 teams, there's 4 team captains. I just chose the one that I know the most of. I'm not gonna leak who that is. I'm not gonna leak what team I chose to be in. And then I was asked what team I wanted, like who I wanted to be with. And I wrote down not Swift 1. Because he is one of the people who I haven't spoken in a long time, and I feel like it'd be great to speak to him again. Yeah. So yeah. So I'm in there. There's gonna be a badge dropping. There's gonna be one for subscribing. And there's going to be one for watching for an hour. I might change it and put it 2 hours. I don't know how long the event is going to be. It's capture the flag amongst 4 teams. So I don't think it'll be that long. I feel like at max there's going to be 5 to 6 hours. So it felt like putting 1 hour was right. I might put like 2 hours, but I don't know. I just don't know. And again, the badges for watching and subscribing are going to be different because I can do that on Twitch. While the logo is going to be the same to represent the same event, the logo itself is going to be a bit different because there's going to be a sub icon for those who subbed, and there's going to be a watch or like a stopwatch or clock. I don't forget what I put, but it's one. I think it's a stopwatch for those who are watching. But there's a way to differentiate which one it is, what one of them it is. Also in the name, the sub one's gonna have a star in the name, and the watching one's gonna have a stopwatch in the name. Because I feel like that's also a good way to differentiate. I wanted to like write sub and then watch, but I ran out of characters when typing that, so I said that putting one emoji would do it. And lo and behold, it somehow worked. I am exactly at 25 characters on both badge names, so yeah. Did you hear that Fruit was going back, guys? That's awesome. I've been working a lot on Fruit Wars. And by law, I mean almost redid everything that Fruwas has been built on. Because we moved from, I think it was like maybe, I think when I joined, there was maybe one game coded in in script, and all the others were in command box. Then I joined and I was asked to, I can't go, okay. I rejoined and I was asked to work on, fuck off, on, what is it, on Blind Minds. That was when I joined. Blind Minds was still a thing. And you can watch one of the Abe videos where I think they did one where they talked about like the new Blind Minds. It might be Fruwas 5. That's when I joined the staff. Is when I worked on Blind Minds. And then we went on a break and I reworked every single game they've made. I remember when the script file for Wave Runners was 4 lines and it was for the boost pads. I remember that. It was boost pads. Can you believe that? It was just that. There was nothing else. And now look at it. And it's so big. It's like, it's actually so big. There's so much stuff on Fruwas now. It's insane. But yeah. So Fruwas is coming back and I'm really happy about it. Because I have spent a long time working on it. It was, at some point, my number one priority. Right, at some point clearly it was my number one priority. I was working a lot on it. And then at some point, do you remember when Fruwas asked for new devs to work on Fruwas? That was because we had 3 devs, which was me and 2 others. And then the 2 others left Fruwas, and by left I mean they didn't code a single thing they were asked to do. And so they left, and so it was just me, and so I worked on like 2 games, and I was like, fuck this shit, I'm out. Because I didn't want to work on it anymore. I wanted to take a big ass break of coding. I wanted to do other things. Because I was bored of working on Fruwas 24/7. And so I just said, I'm good, fine, I'll do something else in the meantime. You can find someone who can work on Fruwas. And it took them 1 month, and they did find someone in 1 month, because it was me again. I came back. Fruwas was in dire need of people working for them. And I was like, you know what, fine. I see you're struggling with finding coders. You know what? I'll give it a shot at reworking this again. You know what? I'll give it a shot. I'll do it. I'll code for Fruwas again. Sure thing, buddy. You know what? I'll do it. And so I did it, and I worked on Fruwas again. And I took breaks. And I was pressured a bit, I'm not gonna lie. There was pressure. I feel like there's always pressure because there's always a deadline to meet. And it felt more apparent when we actually had the dates and time for Fruwas. We were told after much talking with, and by we I mean Pine. And after much talking, I mean me and Pine talking about when the Fruwas should be, because let's be honest, there aren't a lot of people in the staff active as of today in the Fruwas staff. I think it's mainly Pine, me, M, More recently, Random because he worked on the trailer for Full Wars. Who else? I think Kuba did one build. Someone I think I tried also worked on a few builds, but not a lot. Who else worked on Full Wars? Let's see. I'm trying to remember on top of my head because I don't have the list. More recently, we have the team makers that are back. Because, you know, the event is coming up soon, and so we need them to work on their shit again. Who else? Oh, yeah. I forgot the name. I forgot I used the name. But we have a scoring person. They do the scoring. I don't know what the name of it is. I'm sorry. And I also forgot the name. But they're really cool, and they helped us working the scoring for all games, making it sort of fair and consistent among games, which is cool. Because the world knows I am not good with balancing points. I'll just let you take a look at the Event 580 scoring system, which is shit. But again, this is different because I need to make it different because it's a solo event, so I need to make it so that solo, like if you complete the whole game, you don't get the same point as someone who also completed the whole game, but after you, because there needs to be some sort of like priority of like, you did it first, so you get more points. You know, this sort of thing. And so yeah. We need sort of priority thingy. Oh yeah. I think that's everyone. Am I missing people? Oh, yeah. Pad Monster. I think that's the only one who worked on music this season, but they worked on music. That's sick. So thank you to them for working on the music for this Full Wars. That's sick. And thank you for doing that, because I wish I knew how to do music, but I don't. But yeah, Pablo 101, clutching it with the music again. We got music for the new games, which is sick. Huge shout out to the testers, whoever came and helped us testing the event and the games. Huge shout out to them too. And shout out to that one tester who was like, who didn't like the event because it wasn't centered on them. They had a bad experience playing the game, and they made sure that we would know that. Because in every channel about feedback on games, they said they didn't like the game. Every single one of them. So shout out to that one guy. Again, one name. Because it's bad and I don't want to do that. But I will remember your name. And I do have your name in my head, but I will not say it out loud because again, it is fucked up to do. And so I won't do that. But I do have your name in my head and I know who you are. And I just want to let you know, if you're trying to apply to any Minecraft event I work with, or if you want to apply for tester in any Minecraft event I work with, I will make sure you don't get in. Also, something crazy I saw recently. Oh shit, wait, I need to go there. No shame to anyone who plays in events and those who play in like a lot of events too. I saw, was it Prof Pi, I think? They sent a tweet saying they played in 100 events in a year. Now, I'm sure they don't mean 100 different events in a year, because there objectively isn't 100 events out there. Like 100 different events out there. So I'm pretty sure they mean the same events multiple times. And that's really cool for them, because that means that they're either very popular, or they've got great contacts, or maybe even both. So they're clearly doing something right, and I'm really happy that they're doing great. Now, my question is, how do you play in 100 events in a year? Genuinely, how? I need to know. Because 100 is a lot. And just as a comparison, right? There are 52 weeks in a year. So playing 100 events in a year means that you've played in almost 2 events per week. Which is that statistically, you have spent almost every weekend playing events. Oops, sorry. Which is impressive. It is very impressive that you get to play in almost 2 events every week. Now, I don't know which event you play. Also, it's impressive that you have played in more events in a year than some of the best event players have played in their whole life. Because, let me check. Wait, oh, no. Not what I do. Okay. Let's stop stream? No. Let me check Event Elo live. Because, let's see. Gal Awesome played in 50 events. Ubi played in 53. Feinberg in 39. Moister in 19. Infium in 9. Kellan in 56. Fire Breathman in 86. And I feel like that's one of the most, if not the most amount of events someone has played in. Oh, no, Enfras has played in 90 events. But it's 90 events over the cross, like over their entire career as a content creators, as like an events player. Right? Can I see what the first one was? It's not even loading. There's so many data to load on this page that it's not even loading all the events he's played in. There's 3, but how many events are there in the page? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. There's 40 events in the middle. There's at least 2 pages, so there's at least 80. Well, it's 90, it said 90 something. When was the first ever displayed? MTC 15, when was it? It's in 2021. So you're telling me in 5 years, because it was on July 24th, 2021, which was more than 5 years ago officially, because it was the 28th. It was more than 5 years ago. He's played in 28. No, in 98. Is that correct? 98? No, 90. He's played in 90 events. In 5 years. Profile has played in 100 events in a year. Now, most of them don't count towards ELO because they're all private events, which is our event that people pay for to play in. So most events actually don't count towards your individual in this ELO shit. Shit. Whatever. You get it. You get the point on this website. Enfras has played 90 events in 5 years. That's about, let's say, I'll round it up to 100 events in 5 years. That's 20 events per year. That's not even an event per month. Well, no, it is. That's a bit more, that's a bit less than 2 events per month. That's around an event every 2 to 3 weeks. probably plays almost 2 events a week. Basically, they play 6 times more events than Enforce did. It's just insane. It is insane that someone got to play in 100 events in a year. It feels too much. And now I will say, I speak now for myself. If someone were to be cancelled in the following sentence, like I said, it is me and no one else. I talked to someone in VC about very serious stuff in life and less serious stuff about Minecraft events and the Minecraft community in general. I will not say who it is because I like to keep them private, and they don't deserve to be named in this conversation. It's me and random person A. Let's call them that. I like to talk to them a lot. Talk to them a lot, and we have a lot of discussion. I haven't talked to them about that yet, but Conquest was one of the first events that was paid to play. In a way, in a sense, that it used to do pay to play for charity events, and that I understand. If you're playing in a charity event, why won't you also donate to charity? Right? That makes sense. You're in a charity event. You are trying to raise money for charity. Why shouldn't also you pay to play in the event? Because if you're all trying to raise money at the end of the day, you should also give some money to raise money for charity. And it makes sense. And it makes total sense. And to this day, and to the day that Conquest introduced payment to play in events, I don't think any event used to, or at least there was no recollection of events doing that beforehand. In fact, players and event staff, used to do their events for the love of the game. I remember when I tried to apply for Blockworks, I was told it's not a paid position, it's a fully for free position, there is no remuneration, you don't make any money from that, it is purely for the love of the game and for fun. You do this because it's a passion project after all, which makes sense. And ever since we've added this money into the equation in Minecraft events, with Conquest deciding to add charity events that you have to pay to play in, events decided to make theirs pay to play. Now, I don't mind if events only did that for charity events, but it decided to not be only for charity events. And then they started to make people pay to host events. And the reason behind that was to pay for servers. Is I feel like the most amount of reason of why you make your events pay to play is I need to pay for servers. And now I have seen a lot of events, I've seen how much people pay for events, and I can tell you these amounts are way too high to just be we need to pay for servers. First off, a server doesn't cost $1,000. It doesn't cost $300. It doesn't even cost $100 to host something on a server somewhere. I would reckon if you've hosted your server for 5+ years, that it costs you $20 a month, maybe okay. But why are you paying $20 a month to host a Minecraft event? Maybe you tune that number down. You don't need this much RAM and this much storage and this much CPU. Or if you need this much CPU percentage, maybe you should recheck how you code, because it is not normal. Something is wrong and something is utilizing a lot more RAM and CPU than it should be, and that's a code issue. That's memory leak, and you should look into that. But Minecraft events, like Minecraft servers, don't cost $100. I get that for the first few events you need to pay back how much you've paid on Minecraft servers. But Minecraft servers don't cost $1,000. Pandora's Box costs $1,000 to host. I don't think they need to pay $1,000 of servers. And they host at least once a month. And they're all paid to play. Because PB stopped making normal events. They only make pay-to-play events. Now the second reason is we need to pay people who work for us. And again, it will bring the argument that Block was when I applied, I was told it is a for fun event, and then there will not be any money given to me if I apply for it. Because it's a for fun event, and I don't need to, and I shouldn't even not think, but I shouldn't think that I would be paid. Not even think, but just think that I would be paid for my work because it was a for free position. There was no money involved. And I don't mind. But then you tell me that 2 years later, people are saying the argument you would need to pay people for the work they've done. When I was asked when I applied that I wasn't gonna be paid. Something is tricky here. Now, I get it that the mentalities have changed and that now people are getting paid, and that's cool. That is good for them, that now people are getting the money worth of their time and effort spent into a project. And I do think that every effort, every sweat and tear put into a project, even if it is just the smallest project, you should get paid. Right? At the end of the day, if you put work into something that you're proud of, you should get paid. For anything.
Keep left.
Including Minecraft events. The thing is, I don't like the fact that it's like host to play now. Maybe I'm too stubborn and I'm just like an old man that's like, no, I don't want things to, it was better before that. Also, since we've made events pay to play, there's like 8 million events. And I feel like the second we introduced money into events, people started to make like 8 gazillion events and started to all make them pay to play so that they could get like money as if it was a cash grab. Which is weird. Now I will talk for myself again. Through was the Minecraft event I'm working for. Will, and this is not an add on anything, will make their event, like, will host custom events like every other event now in the event community is doing. Because it is a way now for them to get money. It wasn't a thing 3 years ago, before Conquest, and now Conquest arrived, and it is a thing now. You can host your own event. If you ask for money, you can host your own event. So I will tell you, Conquest, Fuwas is planning on making some events that are hosted by us, but are like paid by people. Now, whether you want to host your Fuwas event to be pay to play or you pay all the costs is fine. We don't really care. You do you. If you want to pay for if you want people to pay for them to play, then you do that. If you want people to, where is the car? Is it still on me? There you go. If you want people to, if you want people to just play without the worrying of having to spend money, it's fine to us to, you do whatever you want, however you want. Also, I noticed that even like, you can host your event, but you can't, you can host your event, but you can't stream it, which I think sucks. Because fuck you mean I can't stream the event? Fuck you mean I have to pay more to stream the event? This sucks. I don't want to do that. I don't want to have to pay to host my own event. I like to stream the event. So I hope I'm not the one that controls that, although Pine does ring me every so often to ask me a question about that. And last time he asked was, is this game okay for a private event? And I was like, it should be, but we should test it first. So, yeah. You'll see. I just, now that we're in this world where people get paid for the stuff they work for, if Fuwas makes money from custom events, I'm going to be worried if he does make custom events and got money from it and doesn't pay us. I'll let it slide if it's the few ones, like the few first ones, because it's like, at the end of the day, he is the owner. He pays for the server. That is true. He's the one that pays for the server every month. And he's in charge of the project. So at the end of the day, if he wants to make more money than us on it, I feel like it makes sense because he's the one paying most of the cost, right? But at some point, I will be upset if he made a lot of money on us and didn't give us anything in return.
Keep left.
Because again, all work do deserve to be paid. This is my hot take. Be sure to clip that and then send it on all of your Twitter accounts and call me out and ban me from Minecraft event because I said something once. I don't think I said that publicly before, but I like to talk about stuff and have opinions on stuff. Okay? I will say that. I like to have a lot of opinions on a lot of stuff.
Turn right.
So when I will be given the opportunity to talk about stuff, I will do so. If I'm asked to
Turn right.
talk about an event or to talk about a sensitive subject, I won't be afraid to talk about it. And I feel as though I have been talking about that to some people in my life, and I feel like I need some way and place for me to express myself on this subject. Because I have a lot of opinions on a lot of stuff. Some of them, I will say, are controversial.
Get ready to
And I'm ready to take the blame on anything I say. Because it's like, you know what? And what if I just did some stuff, you know? But this is stuff that I can't really do on my main channel.
This is where it ends.
Because again, the main channel, I feel like it's quote unquote too controversial for the main channel. I still want to keep the main channel like about serious stuff and not like boring subjects. Although I wouldn't mind if it was a place where we could talk about my subjects. I just feel as though my audience wouldn't really follow with what I'm saying and what I'm talking about. If you want to have like a comparison, it's like DogDog. I really look up to DogDog as in like the content creator view of it, which is that he has a pretty successful and like pretty simple life, pretty quote unquote good audience, which like whatever he does, if it's linked to Twitch chat having to a role in that, it will most likely work because it's DogDog and that's what he does. Right? DogDog shit is that he makes stuff that involves Twitch chat, and they have fun because they're involved and they get to do stuff, right? And I want to have an audience like that, where it's you can do whatever you want as long as chat is involved in a way that can be funny. Then it'll probably work and your audience will be on board and will do it. And I think that's cool, and I think that's awesome, and I wish you have something like that, because I feel like if I had a Twitch chat like those Twitch chat, it'll fucking go crazy. And I would be down to code most ID, because I like to code, and I like to do stuff, and people also like Docs chat love to, like, laugh at him, or not laugh at him, love to interact even while he codes. And that's something I do, is to code live. Is like, it's like Dog's content is perfectly, not perfectly, it's mostly what I'd like to do if I were a content creator. So Dog as a content creator is really what I look up to be as a content creator myself. And on the other side, Dog still as a content creator has a very serious, in-depth podcast about the world and economics and all this type of stuff, and it's really interesting. It's not only Dog's podcast, obviously. There's Aiden, and there's Atriarch.
Right.
What the fuck? Where did they go? And they talk about in depth, really seriously about the world, about all of these stuff, all this serious stuff that goes on in the world, in tech, in politics, in science. And I find this very interesting because they also reveal a bit about themselves in that podcast, where it is that they give their opinion on stuff. And I feel like a podcast like that would be something that I'd like to do too, because that means that I get to talk about my opinions on subjects that I care about. And
Get ready to turn right.
I have a lot of opinions on a lot of stuff that I care about. And I wish I had a place that I could talk about it. And apart from this alt channel where it's kind of just my backpiling, sort of random streams I want to do that don't really fit on the main channel, or when I want to stream like at 3 AM like I just did today. Like, it works, right? This channel works for that. But it's not, like, it's not the channel where I can talk about the stuff. I think having a channel that's like a recap of this would be great. Having sort of an old channel on YouTube that would recap and talk about what I'm doing while I'm doing gameplay on the side would be great, because it's like, this is exactly also the other type of content that I would consume. Would be people just minding their business, being on stream, doing whatever they want, and also having a deep conversation about stuff to different people. Because I also do that. I, like a normal human being, have thoughts and think about stuff. Well, the reason I also don't play in Minecraft events that much anymore is because I have other stuff to care about in life. I have other shit to care about than Minecraft events. I used to, a while ago, not a while ago, but a bit ago, care about Minecraft events a lot. And I used to, like, really think about it and really want to play in them and stuff like that. And I feel as though by growing and aging and stuff like that, I feel like I have evolved, I've changed, and I don't really care that much about Minecraft events anymore. And I care more about all the IRL shit that's happening. And if you look at content I used to make 2 or 3 years ago, like even just 2 years ago when I was 18, I was able to vote. And this is going to be very political for a bit, because I feel the need to talk about this. 2 years ago, when I was playing the Minecraft event with a few people, I was in a VC with a few other content creators. We're playing in the Minecraft event, French Minecraft event. It's not at all like the English Minecraft events that we have here in the community. And we were like, it was the end of the event, right? I mean, it wasn't really the end, but we had reached the goal that the event had planned, and so it was mainly just hanging out, right? It was the last, I think, 4 hours where just
AI viewer stream boo.
fuck off.
Come.
Fuck off. It was just mainly us,
Keep left.
like, chatting and having fun.
AI viewer stream boo.
Oh, I clicked on loud.
Come.
Well, get banned, idiot. I wanted to click on, oh, ignore when I clicked on allow. Whoops.
Turn left.
Is there anything from message held in Automod, or is it not? Because I feel like there should be. Anyway. I was in this event and we were talking about politics because it was a point where we had to vote for new people in I think it's like the equivalent of Congress but in France. The Senate? I don't know how you call it in English, but it's the equivalent basically of like sort of Congress or stuff like that. Yeah, the Senate because it's senators, right? Yeah. In the US, for example. So it's sort of that where we had to vote for like people to be in the Senate because there was a dissolution of our Senate by the president, and so we had to vote for new people to get in. And at the time, I was at a point in my political life where I didn't care about politics. I had turned 18 a few months prior to that, and I really oh shit, and I really didn't care that much about can I go there? Sure, I can go there, whatever. And I really didn't care that much about politics. Right. It was sort of like, I'll see later type of deal. I didn't want to get involved in it. I felt like it was weird to me. It was a thing where like I don't really understand what politics is and what different political agenda there are out there, and I knew there were bad ones. I knew that the right-wing political parties were the bad ones, and that they do fucked up shit, and they're bad, and they're dickheads for no reason. That I knew. That I was aware of.
Keep left.
But basically nothing else about politics. And so I was at a point where I didn't really care that much. And so I'll say it because I am allowed to say whatever I want because it's freedom of speech for not that long in France. I'm gonna use my rights of my rights to speak freely on the internet and say that I basically like voted for no one as like to join Senate because I didn't know who to vote for, and I didn't bother reading into which political party was doing what. Which I will say now, I can say because I know more of politics. It was a mistake. And in life, you need to understand, like, even just for your own country, it's really important for you to know and understand the different political parties that there are, the state of each political body, because some of them are in a fucked up shape and state, sorry, and you need to know which one you're going to vote for. Which is not something I used to know back in the days, but in the last 2 years I have grown up and understood the importance of voting for a political party. Now I can say I am a left-winger. I do vote for left-wing politics. And I have no shame in saying that because my country is shit. And basically, if I were to like resume, the right-wing parties are like really right-winged. Where in this point, like they're sort of like Trump. In some state was, like in some place was, and in some place not was, but sort of. I don't know if you catch my drift in what I'm saying here, but sort of, right? It's some stuff like that. And so, yeah, and then the center parties aren't really center. I feel like the center parties are getting more and more right-winged, voting for more and more right-wing ideas in Senate and doing stuff like that, which isn't cool. Such as the bill that they passed to make us verify our age on the internet, otherwise we wouldn't have access to online communication. Such as Twitch, YouTube, likely YouTube comments. That's probably what's gonna happen. Twitch, as in you probably will not gonna be able to talk in chat, and also maybe not able to stream, and maybe not even able to post videos if you haven't proved your age. I've been thinking stuff like that. What else? Any social media basically is going to be banned. So Discord will be banned, Twitter will be banned, Instagram will be banned, Facebook will be banned. And by banned, I mean banned for me, because I will not verify my age, because I do not want to give the government my ID. Right? And so I won't be able to do that. But if you verify your age, you will be able to access all of those systems. I just refuse to do it because I feel as though the government doesn't need to know who I am specifically and track me down. So I will not participate in all of that and will not share my identity with the government. And so, yeah, that's just because sort of right-wingers and center parties are voting for that. To which I do not agree to, and wish that we did not have to have this bill in the first place, but here we are. Anyway, so I'm more voting right-leaning, and even then some not left-leaning, sorry, not right. I would never vote right-leaning. Oh my god, no. Even some left-wing parties are going to be more and more right-ish in the way that they're sort of not moving away from being left-wing parties, but they don't really fit into the left-wing parties, like, thingy. You know what I mean? Oh, that guy went flying. They don't really fit into the right-wing, the left-wing, sorry, system anymore, because they're having ideas that don't align with left-wing parties and more right-wing parties than left-wing parties. And so, yeah, it's not great. In fact, one of the, I would say, left-leaning parties who should be just left-leaning but is actually apparently considered a far left-leaning party, which I don't think it is true, but I technically cannot argue with what the government says, but I wish I could, is one of the parties I will be voting for, which is, if you know a bit about French politics, is Mélenchon, which is, who is a left-wing politician. He got, I think, third in the last electoral race. But yeah. But also, again, I feel like the French left-leaning parties are way more left-leaning than the US left-leaning. Like, when I say left-leaning, I really mean left-leaning. Like, our official, not official, but like, what I would consider really left-wing parties are like communist parties. One communism back in France. That's what I mean by like far left. Mélenchon's party does not want that. Does not want to bring back communism. At least as far as I know. If I'm not, please correct me. But his ideas of politics more align that any of the other parties are there. Like I align myself more with Melchor's whoosh. How the fuck did I do that? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. But yeah. I think I ran out of ideas to talk about this subject. I'll get this library and I'll go to bed. I would say that I want to have an outlet where I can talk about very serious stuff on the internet that matters to me. And the podcast family doesn't feel right to talk about this because it's more about my friends, trying to learn about who my friends are and sort of have fun and ask them random questions about them. And also the problem with the Minecraft community is that it is filled, and I mean filled, with minors. And the problem with that is that you cannot talk anything serious to them about, like, anything. If you do, they'll just say, don't talk about that. It's not well seen by other people. To which I want to say, at some point, you're gonna have to talk about serious stuff. Including politics. That's really fucking important. Politics are required, really important, and you should talk about politics, I think. But what do I know? I'm only a 20-year-old. But I don't think people would be happy if we combine Minecraft players playing in Minecraft events for fun and politics. Although I think we should. Or to an extent. Because I think the Minecraft community is mainly, or at least mostly, like, I'd say left-leaning overall. Like I think like the Minecraft event community, which the sub-community of Minecraft, which I know the more of, would vote for left-wing parties. Which makes sense. I'm not saying everyone would do that. I'm saying a majority would. On average. But yeah. Just people don't like bringing politics into everything because it is politics and it is a way to talk about politics. And I get that. But you just, at some point, you just have to. Somewhere you just gonna have to talk about politics somewhere, because if you don't, you're not gonna do much in life. So you're gonna have to talk about politics. Anyway. So yeah, that was my stand on politics. And on why I should have my own outlets to talk about stuff. And that's why I sort of like want to make an old channel on YouTube, like not an old, an alt, like an alternative channel on YouTube. That would be about those streams on this channel that I do that are more specific to, like, more towards a specific audience, which would be people who are interested in this example, politics, or like life, like important life stuff. And yeah. I don't know, I wish I could. I'm thinking about doing that. because I want to get some sort, and that would also help me with editing, because I am not good at editing at all. So I think it'd be good. But yeah. Anyway, after this 40 minutes deep conversation about Minecraft events and politics, how are we feeling? I just to be back on the politics, I do think politics are important, and I feel more and more involved in politics than I was 2 years ago, and I feel like there is clearly a growing trend in my life that I am more interested in politics now than ever. And I think it's a good thing, because it's important to have a country that's working to be interested in what's going on in your politics, in your country's politics, and do stuff about that. Anyway. Anyway. I will just if you prompt me to talk about stuff like that, I will. These are for me interesting and important subjects that should be and have to be talked about. And it's important to me to talk about them, because I feel like if we don't, then nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. But yeah. And I know nobody's listening to this, but if any of my friends are listening to this, if you want to talk about politics, I'm down. I'm probably down to talk about politics, because I am trying to every day learn more about politics over the world. Mainly the big countries, so obviously France, because I have to. It's my country. I need to know what the fuck is going on in my country. The US, because it's probably the second most important country to learn politics about. The UK, I have a lot of friends who live in the UK, so I like to learn and know what is going on in there, what's the politics like in there, and learn what's happening. Germany, I also have a lot of friends in Germany, and I would like to know what the fuck is going on in Germany. Because as far as I'm aware, they're also having this problem of right-wing parties rising back to the top at the same time as France is, and it is not good. So I'd like to know what the fuck is going on in there.
Keep right.
What else? What else is going on? Spain also could be interesting. I feel I think Spain is one of the few countries that have a left-wing political party in charge, and they're doing okay, I think. I don't really know yet what's going on in Spain, but I need to learn what's going on in different countries. I have been learning about Mamdani's policies in NYC, and also is it Gavin Newsom, governor of California? I'm trying to learn this stuff because I feel like they're important even to the world in general. And so yeah. I am trying. This is a little break moment where we just don't talk and we just have fun. Playing the game, just listening to music, chilling. This is a break moment before I start a new conversation with myself. And talking to the void and maybe someone listening to me and and we'll talk and we'll interact and do stuff like that. Maybe.
Exit right.
I love playing racing games because I can just know which line to take and how to optimize them. Like here, I took entire line on this game. I just like it. Let's see, let me open Twitter and see that I got cancelled. Let's see. Doesn't look like I did. That's good, I can keep talking then. Wait, what did that say? Discord is ending the custom widget experiment. So I'm driving and I'm on my phone, which is something illegal that I shouldn't do, but I'm doing it. Because I don't care. Videos can be made, but anything ones can no longer support it. Instead, Discord is building a personal widget system for profile stats. Game devs can still make widgets for their claimed games. Discord is also adding like AI slop widget, like AI slop applications. Oh shit. Can we talk about that for a second? Oh yeah, they added the AI overview on
Right.
in France now.
Exit right.
The strat of using the French Google search to get rid of the AI overview no longer works because we are now also force-fed slop. And doesn't seem to be a way to turn it off officially. The Google Labs website doesn't seem to work. You can't log into it. When you do, nothing happens. What else doesn't work with Google? There doesn't seem to be an extension to get rid of the AI overview either. I tried to do it with like uBlock Origin to like block the extension, to like block the thing from showing up, but it still shows up sometimes. So that. That's awesome. I love when I'm being force-fed AI with a spoon about everywhere I want to go, including my #1 browser, or I guess search navigator, which is Google. And if I want to use the fucking DuckDuckGo, guess what, buddy? I'm also being force-fed AI. They also wanted to force AI on like on Firefox. Like at some point we had an AI widget, and then they said like, we'll remove it and you can re-enable it any time you want, guys. Haha, AI. Yes, the future is upon us. Please use AI. So yeah, that's awesome. I love AI. I love, for example, that Twitch is now listening to every single of my stream for me to see Twitch clip that, which is probably just in 9. We'll probably just do a clip of that, and then just clips whatever I say. That's awesome. Thank God AI exists for that. Because what would I do if it wasn't for AI? Alright? My question to the AI sloppers out there is, when will the AI bubble pop? And can it be now? Because we've all had enough. Nvidia's done a shitload of money. We did it. Nvidia's got 5 trillion. That's almost 1,000 times more than the amount of people on Earth. That's a lot of money. That's almost as if everybody had $1,000 in their bank account in just shares. That's if everybody had what, $500 in their bank account, and put all of that. It's Nvidia is worth as if everybody on Earth had a $500 share of Nvidia. That's how much Nvidia is worth. If everyone puts $500 in Nvidia, that is how much Nvidia is worth now. Which is insane. Yeah, we did it. Nvidia's worth 5 trillion. Can we stop? And my question is, how do we have more money? How is there an infinite amount of money everywhere? How are people creating money? Because I know we're printing bills. I know printing bills is a thing that we do. Like every country, every instance of money does is printing bills. That I know. Oh, back in France. I can tell by the tolls. They're French. But like we've had enough AI, right? I think everybody's fed up with the AI slump. My stepfather uses AI almost every day for almost everything, and it sucks. Because every time we ask something about him, he's like, yeah, I just ask Claude, or I just ask ChatGPT. Wait till he knows about Grok and XAI. Yeah. Like, one time it was a family gathering, right? I was coding some stuff for my TTS to have my own TTS voice on my PC and stuff like that, which I didn't end up doing. I changed how it works, and it works well now. But what I'm saying is, so I was working on redoing the TTS system already at the time. Was I think about a year ago, or maybe less. I don't know. But I was coding that, and one of my family members came into my room and was like, "I know you're good with AI," which I don't know where they got an idea from, because I feel like I'm pretty much against AI, and when I'm told that if I'm asked if I use AI or if I do stuff with AI, I very much every time say no, I don't use any AI whatsoever. I hate that shit, and I hope it. Oh shit! I hope it dies. Like I think the last time I've used AI properly was in 2022 when it's like publicly released, and it was to try it out, see what it was, and it was for for a for like an oral exam on AI, and is AI like, and can an AI replace a human brain? Which I really liked as a subject, and I don't remember all of it, but I remember, like, I had to remember all of it for the day of the exam, which I didn't have to take that one because I actually we had two subjects, and the other one was the history of programming languages. How over time programming languages evolved to become what we have today, the different standards that we use, and how they work. And so it was on like a chronological like order of like, in this year we had this language that did this and it worked like this and could do this and this, and it was used for this, and that's where and how and why it was invented. And then you evolve, and like, this is a fork of this language and it was made better to be more usable and more human readable and overall a better language. And then we have had this, and then we had another language that was based on this language but was made by another company that's still big now. And then we had this that's like this, and then this, and we have this language which is based on which is based on this language, and that's very much like human readable text, and a bunch of like nerdy shit basically. If I had to resume, it's like a bunch of nerd stuff about programming languages, which is the subject I had to work on, like I had to present to the juries, and I had a pretty good note. I got 17 out of 20, which is like, I think A maybe. Like, if I were to compare it to like grades in the US, I don't know how how they would compare exactly, but if I were able to compare it and would compare it, it'd be like probably like an A. Yeah. Because it's like, what, it's like 8, that's like an 85%. What's an 85% success rate? Is it A minus? I need to check. Hold on, I need to check. That's like bothering my mind right now. Let's see. Boom. Yeah, I think my friends are watching Inside by Bopen. I think they were, because it's, I can see they're looking at that. French to US grades like what's the what would be the equivalent? Okay, 85 would be a B. I was gonna use a street tier scale in which A is 93 to 100%, B is 85 to 90. Yeah, I still have B in that system then. So like in France, grades are out of 20. 10 out of 20 is called la moyenne, which is the passing grade. Yet to get compared to the United States, where 50% is a low F, the moyenne is actually a relatively good grade, although far from perfect. This means you've studied, that means you have met the teacher's expectation. Yeah, if you have about 50 grade that's like about 50%, it's basically you've made the quota. You can move on. You're good. Things are a bit more complicated. While French are generally stricter than the American counterparts, there remains a great deal of variation. Some teachers rarely award any grade higher than 14. That is true. It's true. We have some very strict teachers in France that will not let us have good grades. That is correct. I don't know why, but they do that. Can I shut down the main screen? Because I feel like I'm reading this, but you should also look at it. Okay. In addition, the grading scale's real weight is variable depending on where you are in school. Oh yeah. Well, others rarely dole 18s, although it bears to mention this is rare. This is rare. Like, I don't think I've seen it. Any teachers give us 18s out of 20s just like that. So what I'm hearing is, yeah, if you were to compare on a scale, anything above 16 basically would be an A+. So my 17 of 20 would be an blazing A+ scoring. It'd be truly excellent. That's awesome. That's good to know. Yeah. In addition, the grading skills real weight is variable depending on where you are attending school, what subject you're taking, and especially important, whether you are taking or preparing for a competitive exam, a concours. Less demanding school and programs grade less stringently. And as you move on to more prestigious university programs, just getting a passing grade above becomes a feat. What's more, French competitive entry exam called concours use a far stricter scale. In CPG schools, preparatory school that trains students for entry into France's fabled Grand École. We have schools to prepare you to go into more schools, which is insane. Just whatever. As you say, it's classe préparatoire aux grandes écoles. That's what it is in France, and this is grande école. As well as in concours themselves, the moyenne used can at times be as low as 5 out of 20. There's never applies to competitive civil service exams such as the CAPES, the teacher's examination. That is true. In these cases, passing a grade is a mere 5, and an excellent grade is 8, leaving much of the scale unused. For some reason, yes. In big exams, having a low score sometimes still means that you've passed and you're good to go. All this contributes to the difficulty uncovered in determining what grade actually means for. For non-concours grade, the following table gives us a rough indication of the equivalency. Having 7 below is as if I had an F, so 0 to 59, which is unacceptable. Why is the like so triggering? From 7.1 to 7.9 would be a D, which is 69, which is poor. 8 to 9.9 would be C, which is 70 to 79. And this is mediocre, I agree. 10 to 12, which is B, would be 80 to 86, which is E average, and above average, which is, yes, I agree. 12 to 14 is A minus or B plus, 87 to 92, which is good, yes. 14 to 16 is A, 92 to 97, which is very good, and anything above 16 basically is very good. I agree. I would agree that this is like I agree with this scale. I would have found if like the equivalent of the SAT is what I think the SAT is, right? SAT French equivalent would it be the back? Can I have the equivalent in France of the SAT or? Let me see. What is the French equivalent of SAT? The SAT French test. No, I want to see the equivalent of the SAT. Yeah, the French baccalaureate. There you go. Okay, so it is, yes. So the equivalent of the SAT in French, the baccalaureate, I had 12 point... Was it 12? 12.8? I had to mention. I think it was 12.8. So I'd been good. I'd be like a passing score of like, let's say 88, 89% on my SAT. But again, SAT don't score that, they score with points and it's very different. Which sucks. Because you can't even compare how that works. Comparing SAT and French baccalaureate. Comparative analysis, there you go. Let's look at that now. I'm really into learning French and US differences. I don't know why right now, but I'm really looking to that. Data comments should always be taken with a grain of salt. However, American schools can also be permissive, handing out, as with relative, is for only above average work. Whereas French grades are often known for being on the conservative side, as rewarding outstanding work with only average grades. That is true. Also, I don't know if that's the case in the US. When people grade exams to be like proper exams, right? Like very serious exams, usually your teacher that you have in class won't be the one judging them and grading them. It'll be random people from anywhere else. Like you can live like me in the north of France and have someone that lives in the south or in the east or west of France that will grade your exam. They're given randomly to random people that grade for you, so they don't know who you are. They have no idea who you are. There's no names on the thing when you grade them too. There's no names. You don't know who wrote what exam, and you have to grade them only based on the content that they wrote down. Evidently, translators and universities looking for graduating equivalents have no way of knowing how individual teacher grades. But these general tendencies might be kept in mind by simply giving less weight to the higher end of the American grading system and by amplifying average French grade that would inevitably have been higher if an American had given them. In addition, concours grading will always depend on the concours in question. To know that this grade, it is essential to consider the year's rapport du jury and find the moyenne and the seuil d'admissibilité, which will allow you to get a feel for what is an acceptable average and good grade for this particular concours. The seuil d'admissibilité is how many people got accepted into a branch, into something. How people like succeeded. Like if you have 500 applicants and you need only 150 applicants, you cut down. Everybody takes a test, and then you take the top 150, no matter how much they scored. The seuil d'admissibilité would be whatever score the 150th person was. Because that is what limited. That is the last grade before they weren't accepted into the thing. That's what it is. It's like how much you had on that day, based on like compared to the moyenne, which is the average of scores that people, the average of what people scored to when they passed it. like when they took the exam or the concours, I said here, the seuil d'admissibilité is what was technically the minimum required to pass, which is what was the person who got the worst score that still passed had. So if the top 100 got like 15s out of 20s, and then the last 50 of the top 150 got like 12, and 12 would be the seuil d'admissibilité, and the average would be the average of everybody's notes, scores, grades. Anyway, special mention for translating mention assez bien, bien et très bien. Those are given, the titles are given to averages. In France, in all grade levels for all competitive exams, there is special letter above those who have overall grade average of 12 and 13. This is what I got for my French quote-unquote SAT, the equivalent of French SAT, obviously in France. I got 12.8, which is barely here. I mean, it's really 12 to 14, and 14 to 16, and 16 above. And you have something even for like 18 and above. You have even more stuff. I got this one, which is the pretty good. This is like okay, good, and pretty good, basically. So I got like okay. Like average would be just average. You don't get anything. This is okay. This is good, and this is very good. So 12 and 13, and then 14 and 15, and 16 and above. These are roughly analogous to the American honor roll used in primary and secondary school. The A honor roll for students with all the A's, and the A honor for students with all the A and B's. Also in the Dean's List of the Brilliant List used at college or university levels. Although they aren't necessarily sufficient close equivalents to allow for direct translation without a footnote, they can make useful correspondence between two systems. Ooh. These songs also for my transcript diplomas. Yes. Alright. Can I compare the SAT and the French Baccalaureate 2025, which isn't the one I took? It's not one I took. In fact, I took the one for 2023. I don't think it exists on this website, but I took the one for 2023. Yep, doesn't exist. The lighting between standardized testing and comprehensive substitutory, that's probably written with AI anyway. These don't exist anymore, so it's a lie. They've been lied to. This one exists. I'm just scrolling to and seeing already some issues with it. Oh, that's great. That's awesome. I'm happy to read an AI generated article that's wrong. Awesome. Kind of a good song. There we go. One thing for collective to fire, but I just want to know what's the difference. Like the scoring differences. It's got from 400 to 1600. Okay. And also from 0 to 20, yeah. How much did you pass the SAT? Do we know? You can't just fail the SAT is what I'm hearing? Why is Shopping National getting some? What? Am I crazy? I was. Did you not fail the SAT? It's just you get a score and you pass no matter what? That's crazy. Because you can fail the all French Baccalaureate. If you have less than 10, you fail. Also, this is just an exam, I guess. If nobody uses these, bro. Only AI does. Then just Control FM dash to remove them from the blog. If you don't have your French Baccalaureate, you basically can't have a job in France. Also, I'm assuming it's the same with like SATs. If you have a low SAT score, you can't really have a lot of jobs and don't really get into universities. It's the same for the French Baccalaureate. If you don't have that, if you don't pass it, like if you pass it but fail, if you fail your stuff here, your French baccalaureate, you can't have a lot. There are jobs for you, but there aren't a lot. And then even if you have your baccalaureate, you don't really have that much more jobs. You need to go to uni and keep working on that and have like what is called bac +3, which would be like baccalaureate plus 3 more years of studying to actually be able to have a job, so a working job. Like +2 is usually when you start to have like okay jobs. +3 you have good jobs, and then +5 and above is like you have really good jobs. Let's look at it. It's a selection for adversity in Europe, US, and other regions. That's good. What's different? The SAT is a broad-based assessment. The general learning skill in multiple disciplines. English and different is a comprehensive education program that accumulates in a series of exams taken over the course of several days and even weeks. That is true. That is true. The SAT is just like what, a 3-4 exam. The SAT is easily to be taken in a single sitting, with the entire test typically lasting around 3 hours. The SAT is like based to be done in 3 hours. The French baccalaureate usually it goes on for several days or weeks, depending on your options that you have. Which gives us more time to just like focus on the one study and then the other to focus on the other study. The bac is not just an exam, but an entire curriculum that spans over multiple years, in which students study a broad range of studies with increasing specialization in the study stream. That is correct. This doesn't exist anymore. It's outdated. It's probably because it's an AI that wrote that and it's not aware of what's in France. But we don't have those anymore. University of the both regard the SAT and the French baccalaureate, but they view these qualifications differently depending on the educational context. For example, in the US, the SAT is a cornerstone of the college administration process. It provides a standardized measure that allows administration officers to compare students from diverse educational backgrounds. Many US universities recognize the bac, particularly for international students, using as a strong indicator of academic rigor and subject mastery. Yeah, because again, it is literally a whole ass asset above. It is learning, like mastering subjects taken over the course of the last 15 years, so it's like really hard. In France and other French-speaking countries, the bac is the primary qualification for university administration. That is true. French universities typically require a bac as minimum entry requirements. That is true, and the specification and score achieved can influence which programs students are eligible to enter. Additionally, European university, particularly in countries that follow the Bologna process, often recognizes the bac as equivalent to their own national secondary school qualification, making it easier for bac holders to apply across Europe. Students applying to both the US and internationally, combining the strong SAT score with excellent French baccalaureate result can create a highly competitive college application. That is true. I would agree. That would be alright. That would be good. Now, can I compare based on my French baccalaureate? Can I see how much I would have got at the SAT? I don't think I can. French baccalaureate results. That just give me the result for people. Yeah. That's also outdated as fuck. When was 2019? Yeah, that's outdated. Again, I know how much I would have scored on the SAT if with my French baccalaureate results. French baccalaureate, that's no, I don't want that. I know my scores already for that. Is there a way, do you know, different modules? I don't do that. I think that we don't do modules. Oh, you know what would be great? Oh shit. Oh shit. Imagine an entire stream, 3 hours. I make people take the SAT again. What do we think? I'm pitching that to my friends again. I'm pitching that to my friends. I need to know what they think about it. Okay, another stream idea. I make some of you take the SAT again, I guess. And I get a commentator with me, and we see and grade you live. Thoughts? I think that'd be sick as fuck. I think it'd be really fucking cool. They don't listen to GPAs. Okay. I need to see what they think about it, and please tell me it's a good idea. I think it's a good idea. I'd say it's a good idea. Okay. If I wear myself, I'd find that to be a really good idea. I think it's funny to see people take the SAT.
Keep left.
There's more like SATs online that you can take. And you can just people do that. Like, not but you'll like make people just take the SAT online and then ask them to share the screen on Discord. And then be muted. Obviously, they have to be deafened for 3 hours, obviously. They can't use Google, that'd be cheating. Or any like AI stuff or anything. They can go live on their own channel if they want to, that's not a problem. They want to go live on their own channel, they can. I think it'd be really funny if we do that though.
Keep left.
And then they send us a result, like they send us that thing. We have already a copy of the results of the SAT. And then we grade their thing. Dude, that'd be so funny. Dude, that'd be so fucking funny. I'm gonna give my phone up and to see if I get an answer. I think that'd be really fucking cool. Imagine you just you go in a VC and you take the SAT for 3 hours on the stream. Wouldn't that be hilarious? Hold on, let me say. Dude, I think it'd be hilarious. It might be the best idea I've had so far. Because I've had ideas of what to do, like, of streams to do. Might be one of the best I've had. There's a guy behind me that's trying to pass me and I'm just blocking it. Nah, it'd be so funny though, it'd be so funny. How far am I from the destination? I'm like, what, halfway done maybe? I have to hurry up.
Keep right.
Into your line. Oh shit. Holy shit, I'm so good at this. Let me go 150, please. Let me go 150, please. No, we're going up. We're losing all my speed. Oh, 140. Oh, please. Oh. I need to go, poo really bad. I will be back soon. I am back for more interesting conversations like we just had. I need to finish ASAP because I need to go to bed and then wake up early tomorrow. So hopefully I don't spend like 8 hours on this.
Keep left.
Am I right now? I'm there. I feel like Montpellier, the plane is like there. It's like really far away from the actual city. And I would know that because I went there. So I know how far it is. Wait. Wait. God damn it. Okay.
Keep left.
I'll just see if I can have like the SAT from like 2022 or 2023 and then just and the result sheet. I mean, I'll look at that while I drive, you know what? 2022 SAT. That's like 32. 2022 SAT papers. There we go.
Keep left.
See, there we go. That's what I need. Like this is a good website. I need to look at it. I'll look at it after on stream. We'll look at multiple. So if I have friends that are watching this stream, wondering which one I'll take if we take the SAT online. I need to like look at multiple and be like, maybe it could be this one, maybe this one. So that you don't know which one I'm gonna be choosing. I think it's a banger idea though. Forcing your friends to take an exam they already took could be a good idea. Oh. I'll have to ask them which year they took the SAT. So that I don't choose the ones they've already taken, because otherwise they'll know the subject and the answers. I'll make like a form for like them to apply and be like, have you already taken the SAT? If so, which year was it? Oh, fuck. I trailer do damage on that? Damn. Classic hit and run. I'm thinking like 2024 should be a good one, because like, they're all in college. All of my friends are in college. And so you'll take the SAT if you're in high school. So I feel like the one for like the best 2 or 3 years should be good.
Keep left.
Fuck. Imagine you see a Troy going 100 kilometers per hour right to the fucking chicken tool. I need gas.
Okay, let's find a new route.
Mm-mm.
Straight on. Recomputing.
Oh. Wait, but they told me I was able to get gas here.
Turn
I've been lied to? Whereas I was lied to. $1,100? God damn. I miss summer tournaments, man. I wish I could blind more. But also, I don't want to deal with randoms. Well, the ABRI was good because I got to be with like funny and cool people who actually know how to entertain their audience and be cool around other people, which apparently is rare because like didn't see a lot of that when I played. This is only cause. Yeah, the thing where I don't have to stop is this the one? Looks like it. Yeah, second to left on the right. W exit. Wait.
Keep left.
It's because I need the button to up the volume, and I just remember I can just turn up the dial on my sound card. Wrong one. It's this one. No, but the engine is still too loud for me. Hold on. There we go. Back into my old ways again. Back into my old ways again. Few days ago, myself. The human. I know I say never again. Temptation feels like never listen. Oh. Na 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 na. back into my old ways again,
Right. And then exit right.
again, to my old ways again, again, again. I'm not stopping, keep it shoving. I'm not stopping. Na 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 na. I know what's coming. Na 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 na. I know what's coming. I know what's coming. The plug out. There you are. I know what's coming. Again.
Keep left.
I said never again. It's like never again. Now it's in. Back into my old ways again. Again. I know what's coming. Shut it, know what's coming. Na 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 na. Oh. I know what's coming. To like wait until my other friends are awake to see what they think about it. Again. What happened here? Ooh. Na 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 na. Maybe I should turn the music a bit. It's going too loud again. Na na na. Na na na. Na na na. Hey, hey. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Dun dun dun. Ba ba bum. Ba da da. Da da da. Da 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 da. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. Da na no. Na 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 na. Na na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na
Keep right.
na 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 da 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 bam 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 dong 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 Oh, mystical, soon got tangled. All your troubles away. Christmas is coming again. Whoa. Yeah, I am not feeling good. There's people in the VC listening to maybe this song right now. Because they're watching Bobanum inside. Well, wait, no, inside from Bobanum. Look in the mirror and say, "What's up, you useless fuck? Are you feeling what I'm feeling? I haven't had a shower in the last 9 days. Ah. That was a bad note. But it won't go away. I'm already feeling like I wanna get lit. Well, I feel like shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. All day, all shit. I'm already feeling like I wanna get lit.
Keep left.
I'm feeling like shit. Tell me you're feeling like shit. Ladies, do you feel like shit? Tell me, do you feel like shit? Fellas, are you feeling like shit? Tell me you're feeling like shit. Why do I feel like some songs are like really quiet, the others are really loud for some reason? I don't know why. Elle sort de son lit, tellement sûre d'elle. Elle mange au lit, elle m'ensorcelle. La scène, la scène, la scène. Extravagant, la lune est sûre. Tu n'es pas sourd, Paris est sourd. La scène, je ne sais pas pourquoi on sait comme ça. La scène et moi, je ne sais pas pourquoi on s'aime comme ça. La scène et moi, extra lucile, quand on est sûr. Extravagante, quand l'on est sûr. Je ne sais pas pourquoi on s'aime comme ça, la scène et moi. Je ne sais pas pourquoi on s'aime comme ça, la scène et moi.
Keep right.
Sur le pont des arts, entre les eaux. Tout air si pur, je respire.
Left.
On devait percher sur ce pont.
Keep right.
On s'aime comme ça, la scène et moi.
Turn right.
On s'aime comme ça, la scène et moi.
Then turn right.
On s'aime comme ça, la scène et moi.
Keep left.
On s'aime comme ça, la scène et moi.
Go straight on.
I really like this song. And I'm right there, baby. Look at that. Boom.
exit right. Exit right.
We're making plans for the SAT. Fuck. Okay, well, all my plans just dissolved in a matter of seconds.
Keep right, and then exit right. Exit right.
Yo, chill, let me go. So, Jervish 1000 is an editor for the SAT Gamified YouTube channel.
Turn right.
By editor, I think is the only editor of the SAT Gamified YouTube channel. And so I just said to Joey, wait, because he was like, you could watch the SAT Gamified content to study. And then I said, wait, true, let me get in contact with him. So he could be my co-host and my commentator. So, well, I know nothing about the SAT. He knows and probably could actually give it interesting insight on the whole thing. And then Joey said, no, I feel I would not want any of you talking to my boss. And I replied, it's like I'll just send you an email saying I know you.
Turn right.
I said him, I should say you. You. There we are.
Here we are, safe and sound.
But this low-key could be a banger idea. I think that it's probably gonna ask for money and I don't have any to offer him, so it's gonna be a no, but I can still shoot him a DM or like email him. Alright. That was a cool 3-hour stream. I didn't think it'll take this long, but it did, so I'm gonna go now. It is 5 AM. Can I rate anyone? On this Twitch channel? I don't think I have any viewers to start with. Oh, would I have anyone to rate? I don't think so. Why the fuck is he? Why is Kano keep playing fucking Bedrock Edition? Trophy Hunt World PS4. Why is he on Bedrock Edition?